Okay, if you want to grow a business, sustain a business, or scale a business, the one thing you need, baby, is some money. And funding your business can feel so complicated and intimidating, right? You sit down and listen to certain podcasts and they tell you you need to go out to California and go pitch to VCs and try to get that funding. Or you might be thinking about crowdsourcing, but maybe your audience isn't that big. So you're like, how the hell do I get the money to grow, to invest in products, or to build a team, to pay myself, to get more inventory, etc., etc., etc. This is probably the number one conundrum that a lot of us small business owners face. If you want to make money, it takes money to make that money. But how do you get the money if you already don't got the money? See how it's like a little deal of a pickle? Well, a lot of people tend to forget that there is free money floating around. It's called grants. That's right, people. The government, certain companies, they all have kind of grants hidden in a little, resource vault where they're just essentially giving out free money. And all you have to do is apply to it and just tell them a little bit about your origin story, who you are, why you started your business. And a lot of times you get a monetary gift, or you might get the equipment that you need to run your business. They might even teach you how to market or how to problem solve in your business. But a lot of us don't know where to find those grants. It's like, okay, everyone says, much like scholarships, right? People are like, girl, you could get a scholarship, honey. But you're like, where do I find said items, said grants, said free money? Well, in my last video where I did a vlog, at the end of the vlog, I was like, y'all got to apply for this grant real quick, really quick. And I showed you guys Hello Alice, and I got a bunch of DMs like, Jessica, thank you. And a lot of people just asking me like, what are other resources? So I figured I would hop back on my computer and show you guys just a few more resources that you could check out. Now, what I'm going to show you lends itself towards women-owned businesses. Bonus points if you are a woman of color, if you identify as a woman, because I'm a woman, that's what I tend to look for. So that's what this video is going to have. I'm going to show you resources for Black women, women of color, women in general, people that identify as women as well. So if that's you, even if you're aspiring to be a business owner, you're not quite there yet, there is nothing wrong with applying for grants. The myth is that you have to have an LLC or an S Corp to apply for grants, and that's not the truth. You can be a sole proprietor. You just got to sit down and do your due diligence and find those type of grants and figure out what the eligibility requirements are. And if you're eligible, sit down for like an hour and write out the grant. A lot of people think you have to be a grant writer, and that is absolutely not the case. A lot of these people just have applications asking you to tell your story in a clear, concise way. You need to know your numbers and things of this nature. So this is actually going to be like a really quick episode, but if you want more in-depth detail, one of my good friends, Brianna Harrelson, she's raised over, I think she's closer to $200,000, maybe $175,000 in grants for her dance studio. On my audio podcast, I have a whole episode where she's talking about the red and green flags to look for when you're looking for a grant, the difference between accelerators and incubators and grants. So if you want more in-depth information than what I'm about to do, go to the description box and check that out. Okay, I'm done with the intro. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. All right, y'all. So let's get into the nitty gritty. The first resource that I'm going to share with you is called iFundwomen.com. Pretty straightforward, right? iFundwomen.com. I'm going to scooch me on over. Right off the bat, when you get to their homepage, they're talking about business. First things first, you see get funding. They also offer coaching, networking opportunities, a wealth of resources. They show you how to fund your startup, start your journey, etc. So this is just like a well-rounded resource for women-owned businesses and entrepreneurs. They have all kinds of classes and workshops, of course, grants and all that jazz, right? So we're going to click on Get Funding, and then it has this drop down where they'll show you how to start crowdfunding business grants. That's what we want. We want the free money. We'll worry about crowdfunding some other time and all that jazz. So first you're going to go to business grants, right? So it says looking for grants, you're in the right place. I sure hope so. Okay. So what you're going to do is sign up for an account with iFund Women. And then after you sign up for your account, you're going to apply now. Just click the apply now button, and that's just going to take you to their registration page. The reason why you just want to hit the apply now button, even though you might feel scared, you feel like you're not ready, is because they have what's called their universal grant application. So what they mean by that, for instance, it's going to say Visa She's Next Grant Program in Ireland, iFund Women and Caress Dreams Fund Grant. Here they're giving away $5,000 grants to people. They got the Angel City FC Grant Program for former players. Like, they just got hella grants, right? But instead of you applying to each and every single one, they just do one universal application. And when you go to that application, they're just going to ask you your pertinent information: name, how many employees you have. Are you a solopreneur? Are you a sole proprietor? Do you have an LLC, S corp? Just the basics. They might ask you about your numbers. And you just want to take your time with this application. And then once you're a registered member, all of this is free. They'll just email you when something new pops up. So as you can see right here, so for the Visa She's Next Grant Program in Ireland, you can see this application is now closed. To be considered for future grants, fill out the universal grant application and they will email it to you. So all of these look closed right now. And I know you're like, well, Jessica, why you show me some stuff that's closed? Well, because I want you to fill out that universal application so that they can slide in your inbox with a curated newsletter that's like, here are the grants of the months. Here's the eligibility. Click that universal application. And if anything, like if the company or, the subsidiary or whoever is like, hey, we want more information, like we want a video from you, X, Y, and Z, then you would just add that to the universal grant. But that's your first step, is hang out on iFund Women, go to their apply now and fill out that universal grant application. What else is nice is that they give you this grant planner and grant tracker, which I think is super duper helpful. You'll go ahead and, make a copy of this and use it to just keep track of, like, your answers, the grant opportunity names, the links, the deadlines, just so you can have it documented, what you've already applied for, when you applied, maybe when you should follow up, or when there's a second step. It's all in one database. I'm going to link an episode to the podcast called 100 No's, and it's talking about how to go after something so frequently so that eventually you'll get a yes. Grant writing and grant applying is one of those type situations where it's just like, I'm applying, I'm not hearing anything, and that's okay. Like, you have to get used to kind of hearing those so that you can finally get a yes. So I'll link that episode in there. It's really encouraging. If you ever, feel like, why am I doing this such a waste? No, it's not. It's helping you refine your voice, refine your skills, you're not fumbling over a thing. It just helps you become a better entrepreneur the more you apply. And it's my belief that it's a numbers game. Eventually you will get something. I didn't mention this in this video, but I've secured $10,000 in grants. And, that might seem like a small number, but that's nothing to sneeze at. I had to sit down and do the work just like you're doing now. So don't be discouraged if it seems like everything is closed or I don't fit the description. Who cares? Just keep checking your inbox. Some free money is going to fall in your lap. So let's move on to the next resource. All right, this is from my Black women. Hey, y'all, what's up? So up next, we got blackgirlventures.org. Now, this is the program that I was a part of that blessed me with 10,000 G's to help me fund my business. Black Girl Ventures is based out in DC, and their whole thing is about creating communities so we could get to that capital, because Black women, we are the least to be funded when we have our businesses. So Omi, who is the founder right here, she is awesome, dope as hell. She created this in order to get money in the hands of Black women entrepreneurs. So I want you to check out Black Girl Ventures, get on their newsletter. Again, they're going to email you grants outside of Black Girl Ventures. Like, Black Girl Ventures has her own, grants and stuff, but they'll also be like, hey, this is what else is up. Nike is doing this person's doing that. So get on their newsletter. My first words of advice is to get on their newsletter, because it is stuffed with so many good business nuggets. So this is their, their homepage with their mission statements and all that stuff. So BGV does really cool things. They do pitch competitions where they'll come to your city, allow you to pitch your business, your product, your service. And then the crowd actually will send you money right then and there. They'll help you refine your pitch. So if that's something you're interested in, they have that. So click over here. I was a part of this Emerging Leaders Fellowship program. Here's my little award that I got from them. It was super sweet. It was a 12-week program that taught us leadership skills and how to build like an ecosystem and network. It was an awesome program. That's actually where I met Brianna, who the woman I was telling you guys about, who is a professional grantor. Like that baby be getting free money. So you want to check that out. Like I told you, all grants aren't just here's some free money, see you later. A lot of them have programs like this where they'll help you build your business. So that might be something that you want to look at, but you have to make sure that you're available for the commitment. So this was a 12-week program. We met every Wednesday, and we just learn so much. There's even stuff for college students. This BGV Next Generation, that is for our people that go to HBCUs, and they have to be Black and brown entrepreneurs, right? And they also have a community. We are over on Mighty Networks. I will share that with you. That is an awesome resource as well, because every Wednesday they do co-working, and the ladies in there, they just spill the tea. Like, y'all, this pitch competition is coming up here in Detroit. Here's a grant here. So really tap into Black Girl Ventures. This is like an incredible resource. I love the ladies there. And even though, the program is over, we all still keep in touch. So this just ended, but again, stay on their radar. I think they do it every other quarter. So just check them out. This is just resources. I did not promise y'all would get a grant. I just want to show you where to start looking. Okay, so let's keep the party going. Right now, we are on publishherpress.com, and then is the slash this way grants for women business owners. All of this will be in the description box, so you don't have to remember me saying this slash or that slash, child. My brain is fried. A girl is tired. Okay, so this is from this company called Publisher. This is a situation where you apply for this grant, I believe, once a quarter. And that's all you have to do. Like, you apply once, and then every month they're giving out $250,000 in grants. They'll just knock on your door and be like, hey, you want $5,000. So it is super, super simple. So the grants are being accepted up until August 31st. So you might want to hop onto this one. The requirements: you must be a legal resident of US, 21 years of age or older, and a woman of color business owner. Your business must be 100% woman-owned, a legally established business entity in the U.S., established for more than 1 year, and generate 50,000 or more in annual revenue. And then they're also asking for the 10 qualifiers to submit 2-minute video about your business and its impact. So look at the questions. Are you a legal resident? Yes. Are you 21 years old? Yes. Are you like, it's pretty straightforward. If you're not making $50,000 in a year yet, that's okay. We could go back again next year, but just pin it so that it's something that you can look forward to. There is just pretty straightforward questions. You hit submit. Now, you might be like discouraged, like, oh no, like I haven't made $50,000 in my business yet. That's okay. I would still sign up for their newsletter, because I get like a letter from them like every 2 weeks or so. Even in that newsletter, they give resources to other grants. So please check out Publisher. It's a really good resource. And I'm all for the grants where it's kind of like one and done. Like I just apply once and I'll stay on file for the entire year, and then you reapply again. But they review your stuff every quarter, if that makes sense. All right, so right now we are on fearless.fun / that's the name of the slash grant slash program. So Fearless Fun Grant Programs. This is the name of the company. This is a Black woman-owned capital firm, and they are just passionate about giving Black women entrepreneurs some money, honey. So they have different types of grants that you're going to apply for in different programs. So this is the Fearless Striver Grant contest. So let's click on that and see what that's talking about. It says Black women-owned businesses are vital to our economy, yet receive less than 1% of venture capital funding. Fearless Fund is deepening its commitment to this community with the launch of the 2023 Fearless Strivers Grant Contest. With MasterCard prizing, we'll be awarding 4 lucky small business owners across the country with $20,000 grants, digital tools to help them grow their businesses online, and mentorship so that they can continue to bolster their business. There are 4 entry periods throughout the year. Don't don't miss out on this opportunity. Simply complete the form for your chance to win. Click the apply now button and enter today. No purchase necessary. You got to just be Black woman in a legal resident here in the U.S., 18 and up, and the principal owner of a U.S.-based small business. Here's the official rules. The good news is that we're in an entry period now. So from August 1st through August 31st. It is August 12th at the time of recording this. So you got a couple weeks before this needs to get in. So let's take a look at what it looks like to apply. Here's the different entry periods. So it looks like they do it every couple months. So this is actually the last time you get to apply. So go ahead in here, get your apply on, and get you some free money from the Fearless Fund. Remember, everything that I talk about will be in the description. But like I said, also remember, they have different types of grants. So if that doesn't work, you can check out the Women of Color grant program, check out what that's about. There's a cohort 2 of Get Venture Ready program. They got good stuff. Again, always subscribe to these people's newsletters to stay in the know. Okay, so those are the resources that I really wanted you to see. I talked about Hello Alice in the last video. I'll be sure to link that in the description in case you missed that. There's also iFund Women, Black Girl Ventures, the Publisher Joint. Like, it's so many resources out there. But aside from the ones I showed you, be sure to check out some of your favorite companies' websites to see, or do like a Google search and see if they have grants. Like Tory Burch has like an incredible grant program that she does a couple times a year. Comcast, of all people, has a really good grant. It's called the Comcast Rise Grant, and it actually just closed. But again, stay on these people's radars by signing up for their newsletter. That grant is awesome because they not only give you money, but they give you computers and TVs, or they might give you like internet service for the year. So check out some of your favorite companies, Nike, just whoever you rock and ride with all the time. Google search whether they or not they have a grant. If one is open, even if it's not, sign up for that newsletter so that you're constantly getting, emails and keeping it on your radar. Use that data bank. I'll be sure to link it in today's description. That'll help you track which grants you apply for so that you're not wasting your time double applying for stuff, and just keep going. It might feel intimidating or cringy or take too long, but if you could just set aside an hour a week just looking for the free money, you'd be surprised at what might come your way. Also, don't hate on your local government, like the Small Business Association, your alderman, whatever your city or town has going on. They also give out grants and have leadership programs and things of that nature. So y'all, that is it for today's episode. I hope that it blesses your socks off, that somehow, some way through this video, you get some money, honey, some free money that is debt free, that'll help you elevate you and your business. That is my prayer for you. You guys, I love you so much. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what grant you're applying for. I talked about the grant I applied for in my last vlog, so you can see that. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter. That's where I'm going to be talking about when I might be going live, or the product launches for the stationery business. Everything is in the description. Follow along on Instagram at The Sunday Jumpstart. I love you guys. Stay encouraged, be strong, and I'll be back here for another full-length video next Sunday. And there might be some shorts popping in and out. All right, y'all. Bye.